Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Subline from CZT Diane Tai. Can't believe we've not done this one yet. I love these kind. Um, and let's see, it's a little bit of a take on Cubine, probably from the name, but I will let you explore the For More Inspiration link so you can see the inspiration that it was taken from. All right, this one starts, I'm going to do it, let's go in the middle here. This one starts off with a grid, if you will, of just straight lines. So I'm going to start down the center. Let's see. Oh, and I bet. Let me see how do I. Well, I'll try to separate them a certain length. We'll see how I get to the end. Oh, and probably can use that end for an end. If I'm taking it off the edge, which apparently I am. All right. So once you have that set up, and this would be you could use this a number of ways. A fill-in is what I picture most. So you might be filling in some weird shape in your tangle. So that's why I like to start in the center and then work my way out. So that way you're getting the pattern for sure in the center, and then you just get the little partials on the end. And then two, don't have to think about it too much. All right, from here, zigzags. Let's see, I'm going to start, we'll go this direction. I don't know that it matters which direction you want to start with these. So, across the top, and then these are going to go and come in pairs. These are going to go or come. Which way? These are going to be in pairs of two. Let's just say it that way. Okay. And so, I'm just trying to figure, okay, best way to hold this so it's not moving. So, essentially, I like to think of it sometimes as aura-ing, or you can just think of it as just doing another zigzag. It's all good. Okay, going the same direction. Then, we're going to go the opposite direction. And if it helps, you don't have, I was kind of doing it in one stroke, sort of, but you don't have to. You could do like this, and for whatever reason, when I'm going the this way, I apparently like to do it. I don't know. Let's try doing it either way. And I sometimes I'll pause on the line and just kind of get reacquainted. Okay, here's where I'm going, here, and all of that. So that was a pair going the opposite direction. We're going to go the opposite direction again. And see, just kind of meeting up, it makes it easier after the first one usually. And then you just have to remember, doing two in the same direction and then switch. Two and two and two and two. And maybe do this if you start getting eyeball confused, because I'm like going, wait, yes, I've done two this way, now it's the other way. That's my term for when it just, all like the meta shapes and things start taking over. So that's my term for it. It's called eyeball confused. All right. And if you notice up here, like I started where it met and came out this way, and so you could feel free to do that as well. And especially when you get to the end or you're doing the partials, because it's like, well, I know, you're gonna I'm gonna continue that. Okay, it's gonna go there, and then you can kind of see, okay, that's the angle, because we're not quite finishing. Well, that one did. Some do, some don't. It's all good. I probably could have made that fit, but oh well. Okay. Now we have this really neat pattern. Next, this is where it's kind of like cubine, but I think it's might be a little bit easier than cubine. So looking at it this way, the zigzags going down, so where you have this opening, right? So just like that, and you decide the space. I'm going to go a little bit more than halfway and put a line. Now, I highly recommend filling it in right away. Actually, I'm going to just switch to my graphic one and do the lines that way. I was doing just that part through, and I'm like, oh no, now I don't know which ones to fill in. So I was like, well, you know what? No, we're going to fill it in as we go. Sometimes I like to do that, sometimes not. And so we're just, we're making this little box. And like I said, it essentially auraing these two lines. All right. And then, I'll do those ones later. Well, no, I won't. Because you can see, okay, a little bit above halfway. And we only get a half of one here. So we can just do that really easy. And then, same thing here. And we just continue. All right. While I'm filling this in, because and I appreciate, somebody a while ago commented on a video and said that they appreciate that I don't speed it up and this and that. Occasionally I might pause if there's a lot of filling in, and but usually I will talk about the end stuff because too I know myself, I sometimes will skip over. It's like, oh, okay, good, I got it, okay, bye, and then we'll turn off the video. But I just want to make sure that I get this out there and it saves time because I'm not waiting till it's all done. All right, so in the description section you will find resources, and those resources are links to the step outs. I always do my own version, and actually in my version on this one I split up the zigzags, because a lot of times I will split things up just because it's either helpful for me, and I'm like, well, if it's helpful for me, hopefully that means it'll be helpful for somebody else. And like this, where it's like it was all of this. I was like, my eyeballs wanted to see it a little bit different. So I split that up so that way you can really see, okay, we're doing 2 sets one way, 2 sets another way. That's good. And I need to do that top row. And also, ways to connect with me if you wish. I do classes twice weekly. A lot of them are free, and I do have some that are paid. The free ones are generally on Thursdays. I do have one Tuesday that we do. I was just thinking, gosh, could I? No, I couldn't have reshaped that. No. There's one Tuesday a month that I do Tough Tangle Tuesday, but you can see that on my website. Just look for the classes/sessions link in the menu. And we have a lot of fun. And let me get these ones up here. We have a lot of fun, and I can do that with the other. Talking to myself. We carry over the fun from the classes to our Facebook community. So if you would like to join in the conversation, we have a great group of people that over the last few years have gathered, and it's absolutely amazing. So that link is in the description section also, along with my Facebook page. So maybe you just want to follow me there. That when I post classes, I post them on Facebook, Eventbrite, and Meetup, and I have those links on my website. So if you happen to be on any of those platforms, and I mean those platforms are free, so there we go. But I just want to make sure that you're aware of those things. Okay, I'm going to tidy these up a little bit. That's a challenge, and one of the reasons sometimes I don't use I'll only use that graphic, one, for the fill-in. Well, number one, it's just me being careful. But then two, it's like if I want that nice crisp point, it doesn't quite get it with that graphic one. All right, well, I have a little bit of sloppiness here. Oh, and then, where was it here? Because we'd have a little line here and a little line here, and sort of here, and those would be, that would all be filled in. Okay. Let me just get this little. Sometimes if you take things to the edge, you can see, like sometimes I'll just do this and just get the edge itself, because you just keep seeing that white through. And it just bugs me. All right. There we go. Now, shading on this one is an important part. So, and I was looking real hard to see how she did it. It looks to me, and similar to Cubine, where we're just going to do one side. And here's something that, well, I'm going to play with it here. So I'm filling in graphite on, this would be the right hand side of the little box, just the bottom. And I'll show you why. And I am putting it on a bit heavy. Just because there's a method to my madness. There's reasons. But apparently I can't do these in any kind of order. I need to do something down here. Well, let's see. Oh, I know. Okay. Got it. All right. Then, feeling like I'm missing something, but we'll see what after I finish. All right. Actually, and I'm going to start right here, and I'm just going to blend these with the tortillon. And what's nice about this is you could do a nice fill-in, and it's and just blending it with the tortillon, it makes it nice and smooth. But here's what we're going to do. So I'm blending that so it looks all nice, but I'm blending it up. And the reason, and then you just have to be careful. I have a nice new-ish tortillon. So what I was working to do is to create a nice gradient from here up to here, so it's darker at the bottom, to just maybe add a little bit to the depth. That's just what I was trying. Because that's what I was kind of seeing on the step out. In the end, it doesn't really matter. But I thought, well, that's just kind of a nice, oh, what I getting to do down there. Because you would think it would be, if these were physical boxes, you would think that might be the case, that, it's going to get darker as it gets to here. So, and I think that looks kind of cool. And if you have one like this, you can just, blend it out a little further and what I'm finding is, I found this with other things, when I'm putting graphite on, if there's a line, I try to make sure to have the gradient go over the line, so that way it doesn't look like I've just colored that one in. But either way, you can just fill the whole thing in with, with the graphite, one shade. But that's an idea. I like to do that, because it's just like it just develops a nice automatic gradient. And let's see. So I would have that here and here, and that's what I say. If you have partials like this, you make sure that we're getting all of the spots, because that makes it look convincing. Yeah. So it's let's see what happens if we, whoa. if we turn there was another one I mentioned. There's an '80s video game called Cubert. Oh, that kind of more looks like it. Doink, 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 doink. I need to get a little Cubert cutout for just these occasions. Actually, isn't that interesting? Because the way I did that with the dark, it looks like it's beveled when you hold it when it's upside down like this, isn't it? And really, and not doing anything on this side, it just gives that impression. That's cool. It's fun with these, 3D, optical illusion-y type of tangles. Just flip them around, see what it does. How neat. So I hope you enjoyed it. I already mentioned all the description section stuff. So do come join us if you wish. And if you enjoyed the video, please click the like button. I appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, I would love to have you be a subscriber. So while you're clicking, go ahead and click that. And I think that's it. So with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.